Yad Shikedo Shina Totally Chi in a sheh. Nan is there's a touchini, Shinislet, since a cardni, but she's chain. Torchini dash che. Clash dashinala. There go Ninshle. It's good to be here this morning with all of you. And I originally grew up in desert country. Northern part of my reservation, Dinet'a, little town traditionally called Sebet'a. My little brother, Delbert Anderson, who was here playing trumpet, that's where he grew up. How about those Shiprock boys, huh? Yeah. Delbert, I hope you're out there because in 1960, let's see, I would be fourth grade. How old are you in fourth grade? 11, yeah. I was born in 57, so 63, fourth grade, that'd be 67, Delbert. My dad, he heard they were having a sale of musical instruments up on the mesa, so we went up there. And we got to walk through them. And the white man says, whatever you want to pick, go ahead, go for it. So I was walking through and looking around, looking at different instruments. And I saw this trumpet up there in a case. And I picked it up, kind of fooled around with it, you know, had no idea what to do, how to play that thing, but I seen people play it. And my mom was there looking at me, watching over, and then she kind of motioned for that white man to come over. I think he kind of likes this one. So, whoa, so I was standing there. And white man came over, started talking to my father. And I heard them whispering over there. The last thing I heard between them, the white man said, $300. I just put the trumpet down right away. And immediately I thought, no, there's no way. In that time period, $300 was a lot of money. And then my dad's voice, he said, I'll take it. So Delbert, my little brother, that's the first instrument I learned to play too, was a trumpet. And I later transitioned to baritone. It's beautiful to hear and see, you know, this young man here traveling and going all over. I'm a singer as well, and been invited to share some songs with you. Thank you. There's a thing that they talk about as singers, they call it song catching. Old man from Montana, he said, you know, we don't compose songs like the white people say they compose something. We catch songs. One year I was traveling from Portland up towards this way on I-5, and I crossed that river, Columbia River. Those of you who've lived down there, you know when that wind comes through those mountains, man, it whips through that gorge. That day, man, I could barely keep my car in the road. It was blowing so hard, just whipping. And as I drove through that, I got this song. It wasn't too long after that, a few years, my mother passed away in 1996. After she passed, I went and I slept in my mother's bedroom. I could still smell her hair. And I went to sleep that night. Early in the morning, I heard noises. I heard my grandma shouting. I got up and I ran in there. What's going on? I saw a bird flying back and forth in the living room. She was going after it like this. She saw me. She said, Sonny, Sonny, help me catch that bird. In our tradition, when these little birds come into your house, it's a blessing. And what we like to do, our people have showed us, we talk to that bird, and if we can catch it, we put corn pollen on that bird. And we ask for a blessing from that bird. And when they shake themselves off, we catch that pollen. We use it in our prayers. That bird flew over, went over my head, went down the hallway, turned the corner, went right to my mom's bedroom. I walked in there. My brother-in-law was inside. He was trying to move towards that bird that was sitting on the windowsill. I walked over there, and he backed up, and I went up to that bird. You could see its eyes just blinking, blink, 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 blink. And I put my hands up slowly, and I said, little birdie, we want to gift you. We want to ask you for a blessing. We want to give you something for that. Little birdie. And little bird blinked at me, and that little bird let me pick it up. And I walked back into the living room. My grandma was there. She just put her hands together like the old grandmas do. And she said, oh, Sonny. She called everybody to come and ask for prayers, ask for a blessing. Each one of them sprinkled some corn pollen on the back of that bird. And finally, she called me over. And I told my grandma, you know, years ago, I was driving across this river, and this song came in my mind. And I said, I want to give this song to this bird. And this is that song. Yahweh, Yahweh, Yah, 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 Yahweh, 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 Yah, 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 Yahweh, Yahweh, As was said a while ago, it's really good to have everybody here, and especially the non-native people who are here. You're glad we were with us. I was on the American Indian Dance Theater, and I learned a song from the late Bill Baker. And he said this song was sung in the camps to honor all the visitors who have come to be here tonight. And I want to sing this song in honor of all of you who've come to come and share and witness the beautiful messages here. This is a song for all of you, and blessings. As you travel home, things will be good for you when you get back home. Yeah, For several years, I lived near Green Lake in a little apartment, kind of halfway dug into the ground. It was kind of a hiding place after a rough time. And some of you remember that. I know Ron and Danita have been to visit me there before. And when I was riding the bus one rainy night back home, I've composed and I've caught a lot of songs over time. And I really enjoy the music that you heard up here, the Coast Salish songs. Yes. And those of you non-natives who are here, our people, we are singers. And we didn't spend our time making instruments and all that stuff. We focused on our singing. And so these songs that you heard right here on the stage, they're the songs of the very forests, of the waters, the oceans, of the rivers that flow. Everywhere you walk on this land, those songs have been there before you. They're beautiful. So this night, I was on the bus and I was looking at the rain coming down and I thought, wow, wouldn't it be cool to sing a powwow song that has sort of some Coast Salish kind of styling in it? So I sat there, I don't know, man, if they're what they're gonna do, but I said, okay, let's see what we can get. So started thinking. As I got off the bus, I was standing there getting ready to walk back to my apartment, and this song was born. And this song, once we sang it, it took off all across the country. And it was made famous, actually, by a drum group called Iabe Singers. Yeah, Iabe, they love this song, and we're glad to hear them singing it. This is how it goes. This is for all you Coast Salish, too, as well. It's good to be in your homelands. It's called the Paddle Song. Way